Making our headlines today, Wednesday, March 11th, Minister for Finance and Economic Development, Honorable Ralston Anglin, spoke candidly on the rising cost of the home healthcare program in the House of Parliament yesterday. Residents of Cayman Brac enjoy their own presentation of Cayfest on film, and Interprimary Sports has brought together Cayman's junior track and field athletes. Good evening and welcome to CIGtv News, your official and most accurate source for government information. My name is Takia Smith. The House of Parliament has adjourned after completing its fourth sitting of the 2025-2026 session yesterday, March 10th. Among the legislation passed, the Administrative Appeals Tribunal Bill, which establishes a new unified tribunal to replace a range of existing specialist appeal bodies. The Registered Land Amendment Bill introduces greater transparency in the lending process and strengthens protections for Caymanian borrowers in the event of default. The Litter Amendment Bill modernizes enforcement powers for the Department of Environmental Health and increases fines for littering, legislation that has not seen meaningful update in nearly 30 years. And lastly, the Traffic Amendment and Validation Bill refines the definition of pedal-assisted cycles under the Traffic Act. In government motions, a recommendation was approved to constitutionally protect the boundaries of the 5 traditional districts on Grand Cayman, and a select committee was established to modernize the Advisory District Councils Act. During ministerial statements, Finance Minister Ralston Anglin raised the alarm over government's home healthcare program, which is administered through CINICO. The minister warned that the program risks becoming financially unsustainable, with costs rising at an average of 21% annually since 2018.
Mr. Speaker, I reiterate, over the life of the program since 2018, an average increase of 21%, in the last 3 years, 27%. If Level 3 allowance is increased from $1,200 to $1,700 per month, a 41.7% increase, which would be close to the recent 45.8% increase in the national minimum wage. And this is coupled with the 20% annual growth rate that we have seen historically. The resulting HHC cost would reach $19.5 million in 2026, $23.4 million in 2027, and $28.1 million in 2028. Using the 27% growth rate observed in the past 3 years between 2023 and 2025, costs would reach $20.6 million in 2026, $26.2 million in 2027, and $33.3 million in 2028. Mr. Speaker, these projections should concern every member of this honorable House. If these trends continue unchecked, the HHC program could become one of the fastest growing public service expenditures. At its current growth rate, the HHC program could eventually surpass the cost of NGS 55, which was $55.5 million in 2025, placing extraordinary pressure on the sustainability of public finances. At a growth rate of 27% per annum, HHC costs could reach the same level of $55.5 million in just 4 years, that is by 2030. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, we must recognize the seriousness of the situation. The growth trajectory of this program presents not merely a fiscal challenge, but potentially a national crisis, even a generational crisis, if left unaddressed. Reported abuse. Further, Mr. Speaker, the government is aware that the program in its current form is being used in many cases as a social support mechanism for elderly care rather than strictly for medically necessity as originally intended. This is unaffordable and unsustainable.
Parliament is expected to return for its next sitting in late April. In Sister Islands news, the Alexander Hotel was transformed into a special theater for the Cayman Brac rendition of Cayfest on film. Presented by the Cayman National Cultural Foundation, Cayfest on film showcases Caymanian filmmakers and their creative works. CIGtv contributor Ward Scott was present to learn more.
I think one of the things that's really special about the Cayman Islands is that we have such a wide variety of influences here. We have people from many cultures coming. We are working together. We are living together. And for some people, our islands are changing in a particular way. For others, they have feelings that they want to express. We have younger generations of filmmakers coming up. We have documentary filmmakers. We have music videos. We have dramatic films that have something to say about our society. And I think that is really special. And Caymanians having a space to think out loud and to speak out loud and be seen and be heard is very important to our community, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. And we're so grateful to Cayfest on Film and to the Cayman National Cultural Foundation for allowing that to happen and giving us this space for Caymanian voices to be heard.
The Grand Cayman presentation is this weekend on the 14th and 15th of March. Visit cayfestonfilm.ky to learn more. And now, time for today's sports news. The 2026 Inter-Primary Athletics Competition is underway at the Truman Bodden Sports Complex. The 4-day event began on Monday, March 9th, and features track and field activities for students in years 1 through 6. The final events are set for tomorrow, March 12th. We will be sure to share standings and results right here on our newscast, so make sure to tune in. And now for today's weather forecast. Moderate winds and slight to moderate seas are expected across the Cayman area today as a ridge of high pressure lingers over the Northwest Caribbean. Some isolated showers are possible due to low-level moisture in the region. Tonight, we will have mostly fair skies with a 20% chance of early morning showers. Temperatures will dip to the mid to upper 70s. Winds will be coming from the east at 5 to 10 knots and with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. For all your local weather updates, be sure to visit the Cayman Islands National Weather Service website, that's weather.gov.ky, and follow them on Facebook and WhatsApp for the most reliable coverage. For continued access to all government information, make sure you're following us on our official channels. Like, share, and subscribe this video, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Takia Smith. Thank you for joining us.